Bro, I found an origami harada site. What does that mean? It's pay-per-view only, though. Okay, I mean, it's kind of, you can understand. Why would you not expect that? Welcome back to Try Not to Grin. We are here in our memes tab. Home sweet home. It's cozy, it's lovely, it's great. This sweater is real sheeny, but inside I was goofed. It's all cotton. I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be nice soft polyester on the inside, but spot me on my squat. Bad call. At a gym, men, also, god damn, look at this. Look at this shit. Yoked. Fucking juiced. Oh no, it's the boyfriend. Okay. Yeah, baby, I got you. Man, she must be smelling kind of all kinds of things. Anyways, we can see the end already. You got it. You got this, babe. Come on, lower. Don't be afraid to get lower. Just a little lower. I mean, hey, if your girl's in the gym, killing it, getting yoked as shit, doing them squats, every man's like, thank you so much. I'm so happy we're coming into like a resurgence. I am so happy that there was a time when like muscular XYZ was kind of like a, when it's on women, I'm sorry, it's like that was like the weird passive aggressive bullshittery, at least I was seeing a lot when I was younger. Is people were like, nah, you look too big or something like that. Now it's just like, what a world. What a world. Transphobia be like, it's still a wait, what? What do you mean? Transphobia? Oh, I gotta think from a person's bigot's perspective, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's too many layers. But or maybe I'm probably just stupid. That's my thing. I'm just an idiot. But I will say, for me, it doesn't even need to get to this point. Like I'm just like, I've always been in the camp of like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You wanna go fuck a tree? Go ahead. If it doesn't involve me, leave me alone. Do whatever you want. You could have every justification and no justification, and if as long as you're not fucking with my shit or anybody else's shit, who cares? Just leave me be. The only thing I do have a slight like abrasion to, but I'm sure I understand where it comes from as well. I do have an abrasion to people who are shitty people who happen to use things that are supposed to be like, hey, we're just trying to live our lives and be happy, as like ways to make people feel like they have to validate others' existence, because I don't think that's fair, because then we all have to live in an existence where everyone knows every single piece of our suffering and problems, and I don't think that's fair for everybody, especially with how much everyone has different problems going on in their life, different issues they're working through in therapy and such. So to live in a world where everyone 100% knows and is catering to your every whim in regards to speech, to me that is... I think this is the example. The whole trans perspective makes a lot of sense because it's not really asking that much. It's just like, call me what I ask. But again, see, I think I'm getting trapped by like bad people who happen to be XYZ, trans, gay, whatever, lesbian, and then people who are like, no, I'm not saying that. Like, I don't want any validation for my existence. If I know you and I asked for you to call me this, then that's all I want, for the people who are in my circle to know stuff about me, to know who I am. And in that case, I'm like, okay, that makes complete sense. Again, I think it sucks. It's like the social media nightmare where you sometimes see the exacerbated wrong perspective of somebody. Not even just bad people. Again, it's about, you shouldn't throw that word around. I think it's people who have probably been traumatized and constantly been being cruel to their entire life. You know, it's like somebody who has been bullied their entire life and maybe they're a little standoffish, they keep people at a distance. It's not like they're bad people, it's just that they've been caused pain and they're reacting to not feeling pain anymore in that way, which makes sense. But we're getting too psychology but I'm pro everybody, do whatever you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody. It's my whole, so I grew up on. Maybe I'm an asshole. What is this? What is that? What? I'm so lost. What's happening? What is it? Dude takes off his shirt and starts gyrating and dancing. Did she? Is that a stick? Is she pregnant? It's very wholesome, but they look very, very young. But I'm a little lost. Things are getting out of hand. Ew! I expected better from you now. Yuck, pulling Carthage's weight over here, alright? Ooh, we're all getting an eclipse. Okay, what's this be? Introvert/extroverts quizzes are so funny because they're always like reading a book by yourself in the dark while crying. That'd be snorting cocaine off a bench in the 80s off my closest friend. I do relate to the introvert one where it's like, are you happiest when you're in the dark silence of the night or just by yourself for long periods of time? Do you oftentimes exclude and run away from your family and are reserved? And is it because you're an introvert, or is it because they hurt you in the past and they stopped listening to what you said and they tuned you out and therefore your voice got less meaningful because you didn't want to make people disappointed, because every time someone tunes you out, it makes you feel less valid as a human? Let's move on. Let's move damage. Just damage. Anyways, dealing with it. I see. To me, it's A or B. I don't know what the fucking C and D people are on. They're on some weird shit. Yeah, I would say it's 20. I think this one 2024 because there's no apostrophe. If there's an apostrophe like 20 apostrophe 24, I would see that make more sense. Anyways, wow, I have way too much money. Damn it, what am I gonna do with all this money? It's literally falling out of my pockets. Won't somebody please take some of the money? So anyways, that's how I imagine the target audience. I mean, I hate to say it, but there is, and this is to me like the darkest aspect of this kind of sales, marketing, whatever you want to call it, thing, games like this, is that is literally a market. Like when you're running a business, you're focusing on acquisition of customers and retention of customers, and what do you call it? This model basically is trying to retain a specific number of customers. And if you think about their model, you can play a larger part of the game, but it's only the end game that's exclusive. But that's where almost all of the most hardest of core people would go, and the hardest of core people tend to also be the people who are focused, like have an addictive focus, addictive personality, someone who gets in love with the mechanics and needs to keep pursuing them. So I don't know. To me, the whole nightmare hell about these kind of microtransaction things is that it capitalizes on an actual weirdo who's not weirdo. It's not this guy who's like, I have too much money. It's a guy who's like, I have addictive tendencies, super bad, and this is the only thing in my life that I currently have that gives me meaning and purpose and or makes me feel fulfilled, because circumstance, whatever, I don't have that. So I work a job, but fuck it, this gives me happiness. This is the only thing giving me happiness. I'm going to put all my money there, which in that kind of sad sense, it makes sense. Not a good thing, doesn't validate it, but it makes me understand how that's empathetic to that person. But at the same time, fuck these companies. You know, they're fucking rat people. Etim, Latin or aber, abbreviated for the latter translation of and shit, just like etc. And so forth. Oh, and shit. Oh, I see. So like, you know, like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and shit. So it's like that, or etim, you know, ETM. Oh, I guess. Okay, no, I guess yeah. ETM is abbreviation for and shit. I kind of like that more. It doesn't make any sense because it's Latin and shit, but yeah, or Latin for me. Yeah, I like it. I wish that was the thing. ETM. And shit, you know what I'm saying? Is the I love how ETC is like it goes on. Stop it. Oh yes, $60 soundtrack with a free game. Exquisite. Yeah, that's fucked. What, dude? That's the thing that to me is like and I guess I'm trying to rationalize. I guess like it makes sense because people are conditioned to only want to pay $60 for a game. So if it is higher price, then there's a pre-concession that there's like a huge value gain based on that thing. And it's funny because like I think they've come up with this in the past where it's like, oh, but you'll pay for a smaller game, DLC essentially, you know, Fallout Point Lookout or something, which is significantly smaller than the base game, but you're kind of paying the same thing for like what you just got. So we've kind of been conditioned to do this now a lot, but Jesus, like I've seen the same thing where like Genshin is having potentially Genshin Impact has a $35 skin, which I know some people are gonna be like, dude, that's chump change. I don't want to live in the world that you live in. Okay, golly. Wait, are you gay? Why do you ask? So tiny. You talk a lot about liking Hadada on Facebook. I mean, that's mainly shitpost, but I do also like to... I was about to say... I'm not sure if that adds up. I just shitposted, bro. I'm just having a goof. And I'm like, 15 of the same me. I'm like, okay. Dude, I've always had the same response to this, which is like, again, we talked about it in the beginning, which I maybe cut out because I don't want to piss people off. I don't think I hope I'm not coming from a negative place. It's just my honest response to things. It maybe is fucked up, but anyways, I always have the same response, which is like, I don't care, man. I'm bisexual though. Wait, no, I didn't read that right. I don't know what that is. Bisexual? Is that? I thought, is it bisexual? I don't know. Take your time. Bisexual. Whole something. He's fucking the guy in the ass. Whatever it is. Solid. Solid. Hey, Pride Week. Let's go, boys. Gonna see Fluff pulling in these. Titanfall, Half-Life, and Team Fortress fans having second games but no third game. Ghost Simulator having 3 games. I mean, yeah, but also people played that game, and also content creators play that game, and it's also a game that is like, it's so funny because it kind of clashes with the idea that we just talked about value. Like, you know, buying a Fallout game or buying a Bethesda game used to mean Skyrim, at least Elder Scrolls, but hopefully you get so much for your value, so you're like, holy shit, yes. And even the DLCs, you're like, I mean, granted, I had such a good time playing the base, I want to get more, sure. But stuff like this, Goat Simulator, that's like $8, which is like pretty non-impactful, but it's also a game that is non-impactful. So it's like you can jump in for 20 minutes if you're bored. If you just watched a content creator having a goofy fun time and it has co-op, and you and your friend want to co-op and do stupid shit together and explore and do all the achievements or something. So there's like a slight like trickling of like interest, which is really, really cool to see that kind of like different take on the market, where instead of being like, let's capitalize on as much as we possibly can, it's like, what do people kind of want, and what is the price in which they are 100% willing to pay for it, for like a couple hours of meaningless fun. It's not like, because again, like things like Titanfall, things like Half-Life, things like Team Fortress are a buy-in. You do have to like play them for large amounts of time usually, and yeah, usually they're $60, and that's the kind of price tag for a full-ass game. So people are like, but I think people could play Goat Simulator and buy it without even thinking, which is funny because it's like $8 from a huge market is actually amazing. Rather than the people who are like, because again, there's that preconceived judgment that comes from a $60 price tag of it being a full-ass game, which it should, arguably. But yeah, that's because I'm a growing woman. Growing. You don't have to do that. You don't have to drag her like that. Also, why? What's with you? You just get some more coverage. Like I said, growing. Let's wait until you are grown. All right. Great anime, solid anime. It's called Blood Lab. It's a hidden gem for sure. Definitely hidden gem. Don't think it's ever gonna season 2. How an otaku should confess to another otaku. My anime, manga, games, CDs. CDs? Alright. I'll give them all to you. Kinda cringe. But okay. I guess. Otaku, I guess. Super obsessed. I mean, would this be like, oh my god, or would it be like, I will give you a house to hang out in for the rest of your life that you will not have to pay for, and all I demand is maybe a cuddle, and that's it. Okay? And then you can just hang out with your stupid anime nonsense as long as you can. I feel like that's more what people are like, okay. And if you were a dude, same premise. One was like, I have a house, you can hang out, you can have your own room, you can have all this stuff going, food will be there, I want cuddles, and you can vibe in your room with your weird nonsense, and it'll be fun. I'll even watch some of them with you, but not all of them, because some of them are weird. But the others, some of them are cute and interesting. I'll watch those ones. Spy X Family? Sure. Sakurai? Stop it. No. When you're enjoying Spy X Family, but suddenly realize there's only 2 episodes left. There's gonna be so much. Dude, people right at the cuff with Spy X Family were cooking. They were just like, it's the best show ever. It's so good. It's perfect. It's wonderful. I think it's gonna be great. I can't wait to jump in. I want it to finish so I can jump in. But I will say, people at the beginning were fucking juicing it up way too much, and I was like, this is really high expectations you're making for everybody. But regardless, it's sold like crazy. We're definitely gonna get a season 2. Hopefully it's not a Shield Hero nightmare, which I think you guys were telling me it's not gonna be. Shield Hero nightmare being that it's just like 3 years away or 4 years away, killing all of its momentum from the previous thing, and then also skipping a lot of stuff when it came back. What the fuck? Anyways, main character after getting kicked around for 8 episodes. Main character after the villain hurts one of his friends. I mean, he's still okay. Sure, whatever. Meme, yeah. But one thing that pisses me off. Sorry, this is just a side thing. What is that? That's like, if anyone knows anything about anything, that is not how it works. Like, look at any boxing match, look at anything, running, whatever. You do not get more strong as time goes on. You get more beat and exhausted. It's like there's like this notion of like you holding back or you like hiding a chunk of power is not a thing. This is not a thing. If anyone's ever worked out, it's ridiculous. You can maybe like have like if you have leg muscles and you're not like using your legs, you're using all upper body, but still that only works to a point because your whole fucking system has to contribute to its structure. So you can't like eventually, even if you're using legs and a little bit of arms, you're still using a little bit of arms. You can't just not, craziness. You do not get stronger as time goes on. You cannot pull out a detonation bomb of get fucked. Can't say that. Get screwed over. Can't say that either. Die. That's maybe okay. YouTube's weird. Anyways, ain't how it be. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I can see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and consider liking or subscribing or ringing the bell. That's a little too much, so I understand. But if you would, crazy. Love you. Bye.